Morning. I thought I'd do a quick morning in the life of Kat. So I'm in a mess intentionally for once, to go through what I do. So first thing we've got to do is when Mischief's yowling at me is to get her out on her lead. So it's the tether and it goes out and she goes out hunting. Obviously she would have been fed before this as well, so she gets fed in here. So she gets her food. Where are we? Food on the floor. Where's the food? There's the food on the floor. So she gets fed, then she'll have her harness put on my desk, and then she'll go outside. Then I come back in here and I sit down and check my diary, and would normally brush my hair and get dressed before I go outside, but I haven't done that yet because I wanted to get the engine on. Then right now I'll go out and I'll turn the engine on, and the jackery is plugged in there, so I've got it all sus now. So the charging cable is through to the cigarette lighter in the cab. So all I've got to do is just run around, turn the isolator on and start the engine, and that is now going to be running for a good hour, and that would charge me from like the 85% I got on the jackery up to full. That'd take about an hour or so. That gives me a full jackery to use, and then I'll plug in my iPad and my phone into that. I don't charge at the same time as running it because it makes it a bit slower, and it makes sure I can check it's all working okay. Then I put the kettle on and where are you going? Just keep check. Every time I go through here I've got to check on Mischief's still there. I'm not tangled or anything away. I put the chair outside as well, and I make sure the solar's set up. Not that that's working, but I'm hoping it's charging the dead battery. Then I come back into the bed sit. I say bed is made. Loo bucket gets covered up. I don't do it very well, but I've got a blanket over the loo bucket. That would normally go back into the cabin storage, but because I'm here and nobody's sort of coming in, and I just spun the blanket over that, tidied that, and my spare chair is put outside. This is a rubbish bag, so I then go around all my kitchen area, which is a mess from the night before, and the washing up bowl. I only wash it like once a day, to save the water and everything by the time I've used everything. So I have a wash up bowl ready in the morning, so I boil the kettle ready to wash up, get everything wiped down, tidy up everything. That's bread in the bags. Everything goes in there. So I'll get the kettle on, fill the kettle, boil the kettle, and one kettle will do me a coffee pot of coffee and enough water to wash up. So the first kettle of water is the important coffee. I don't drink coffee strong like everybody else, but I drink coffee. While the kettle's boiling, I then go back and brush my hair. So you see the set I look in. Brush my hair, put my eyeliner on, and then before I get up, I usually have I've got all my clothes. Let me show you in here. All my clothes in these drawers are set into t-shirt and trouser sets. So all I've got to do is pull out a t-shirt and trouser set according to the colour I want that day, unless I'm staying dirty and wearing the same again, which is very often when you want them to last and you've got no washing machine. Then my knickers are in there and my socks are in there. If I go out hiking, I don't wear the socks and boots unless I'm going out hiking. I generally just use my sandals or go barefoot all day. So I pull the clothes out. Once the washing up's done and that's done, I put the kettle back on. Then I have a bowl of washing water, and then I'll wash and I'll get dressed and clean from that, because I just usually just put my old clothes on when I'm putting the cat out initially. Then I make sure everything is all wiped down. You can see here I've got a water store there now. We used it because I needed to have so much water. Put my water storage bottles in the bit beside the bed. I now put all my computers in the office cat room to charge rather than have them all around the bed, because otherwise I'd just lie in bed and I just sit in bed and I'm just like working on the computer there. So I'm trying to make myself sit at the desk to work on the computer. Then I'll go through my jobs and my chores and do any editing and anything. By the time we've done all that, Mischief will come back in for a bit of a snooze if we're lucky, and then when she wakes up we'll go up again and we'll go out for a little walk or a little wander. That's if we haven't done it at 5 o'clock in the morning. unfortunate at the moment. I'm making her say, well, I'm not getting up and out at that time because I also need to have that rest. So that's when we've done all that. That's when I do our wander, and then at dinner time, it'd be sort of a quick snack at like lunchtime, and then we both rest after the walk, and then we're back to editing vlogs, or I'm doing in the afternoon I'm doing any painting, or doing any making any crafting, or just being lazy and lying down in bed and watching YouTube, and or obviously seeing to anybody around. And that's basically it until she'll come back out, and she'll basically stay outside all day, in between her little naps, but she chooses when she has them. She tends to try to sort of stay out all day, because she knows, but she just has cat naps in the afternoon. Every time she comes in the cat nap, that's my time out. So that goes on all through the day. She's outside, or we're walking her up and down, or stretching her legs, stretching my legs. While we're here, we just sort of have little walks, and so a bit of variety for what she's looking at. And then, hello darling, I'll cook tea while she's out and she gets her dinner and her tea. And at 7 o'clock, it's made at 7 o'clock, not 8 o'clock now, at 7 o'clock it's door shut. So at 7 o'clock she has to come in, door shut, she's then loose in the lorry. It's then my chill time, and she knows that, so it's sort of come 8 o'clock after she's had her little supper and everything and had a little nose around, she'll go to bed. And then I'll sort of work in bed, or watch TV in bed, or watch YouTube in bed, or or even work on the computer from in bed, because by then I'm absolutely knackered and my back's killing me, and I'm struggling by then, even if I've had rest throughout the day. So I can then stop worrying about watching her, or whether she's going to get tangled, or watching out for dogs and that. That's my time out away from cats, come like 8 o'clock. So from basically 8 o'clock to probably 12 o'clock, or until I fall asleep if I'm knackered. I'm in bed, lying in bed working, or watching things or whatever. And then we start all over again at 5 o'clock in the morning when she wakes me up for breakfast. I generally give her breakfast at 5 or 6 when she asks, and I can go into the loo and everything throughout the night anyway. And then I'm now trying to make her hold on to not go out until I've had my lie-in, or I've had enough sleep, because I've been struggling with my sleep. You see here all the things I've been making. Got nice little wooden discs with words on, crystal necklaces. I've made, let's see if I can hold them to this blocking you off. I've made key rings and charm bracelets. I've got incense sticks for sale. Medicine bags, some nice little leather bags so you can put the charms in, or use to carry things around your neck, or just in your pocket. Loads of crystal necklaces that have been made. I just basically write the different words on these, so you've got anything off hands off my wood, F off, I'm a grumpy git, lorry life, cat liver, to nicer things. And again, all these are like sort of in return for the £1 donation. Obviously a bit more I expect for things like the charm bracelets, but it's just a return for any donation. And then I've also got my oracle cards for sale, which I've done 3 packs of oracle cards, which are from my paintings, my drums. I've even got a couple of emergency ponchos left there, and I did greeting cards as well I've made from all my artwork. So I've got a whole row of, you can't see it, can you? A whole row of greeting cards from my artwork as well, from my drums, that I have for sale as well. And then I have crystals, and I have all sorts of other little things, knick-knacks and everything that would go out on a table outside if I was anywhere that I was permitted to put them out for fundraising. And then my fundraising bucket, I've got a fundraising bucket somewhere, I think it's in there. Just people just donate something in return, and that will obviously recently it's been going towards the cats' cremations, but now it's going towards my fuel, food. People swap food, or just come and give me food, which I'm just so grateful for. I do have a bit of a benefit, but it's very nominal, not enough to survive on or do anything on. My disability benefits have been disappeared, not as much as they were before, so this is why I don't have the extra now to pay off credit cards and use of credit cards and things like that, which is why obviously I've been going through debt, because through COVID and everything I was a mess. So yeah, I'm just basically giving back by doing readings and healings, and I won't worry about saying things like that because you won't understand all that, but just you just get little gifts. I'm like a little mobile fundraising gift shop as well, just a little totem. So, you know, if you come and say hello or you see me, whatever, then feel free to shout. Can you have a look at them on the wall and anything I've got available? And it's a nice little instant gift if you've forgotten somebody's birthday, because obviously the cards are blank inside, so there's cards here and they're suitable for anniversaries or just say thank yous and things like that. And I've got enough little gifts here to have available if you're not anywhere near a shop for any purchases. So it's nice for those who, especially those guys who've forgotten birthdays and things, and they can sort of wake up early and come running over to me and say, hey, what you got? And we sort of take something and again, as long as you chuck £1 in the pot, I'm happy. I'm not after, you know, the full value. If you haven't got the money, if you've only got a loaf of bread or a bag of sugar to swap with me, then that's great too. If you've got water, that's great too. If you can take my rubbish away, that's great too. You know, anything like that can help me in return for anything off my fundraising shop gift store. Obviously people know I obviously paint drums too. They're more the bigger item. They're done for therapists and whatever. Very different, and people just ask me about them and I paint them as and when they're needed, and then I get donated some money for that, which obviously pays for the bigger, longer trips, hopefully, if I get any orders of them in. I say it's all just donation based, so I don't have any money allowance for clothes. If you see me in clothes, all my clothes are torn or dirty or got paint over them or don't fit me. I don't spend on myself, and clothes and shoes is something I've got to think about doing, so I think that somewhere along the line I've got to raise some funds for that, because even in my allowance I don't have enough clothes and things like my glasses cost money, and obviously MOT, you know, I don't have any spare cash for the MOT, so things like this just go in the pot for any repairs and everything. So like now obviously got to do the bushes and everything, then money from this will just go in the pot and it goes towards whatever is needed at the time. It saves me doing a GoFundMe for anything like that. It just means I'm giving back and I'm doing something in return, and that's it. So obviously throughout the day I chop up this, make things for this, do some painting or some crafting, or some readings for people, which are done. I write them down and then email people back, so they get an email video reading. Like psychic reading, that is. It's not so much psychic, it's different to psychic reading. It is and isn't. And it's just anything that I can give back to the community in return for keeping me going and helping me. Obviously the most precious things are to be able for the bags of food that come and get chopped off in the water, especially out here when I can't take the lorry to the shops or anything, and so I run out of food, so it allows me to stay longer in a place. Because again, without the donations of bread, water, cheese and everything that I've been given while I've been here, I would have had to have gone back by now, or gone home, or moved by now. So those things obviously help me stay within the country and keep me going and keep my mental health happy, which is so important. Anyway, so I've now got to go and carry on and get myself sorted, get my hair brushed. Well, actually I'm going to wash my hair today, so I'm going to boil the kettle now, get my coffee, get the washing up done, wash my hair, and by then the engine will have run itself and charged the jackery, ready for another day. And obviously while it's doing that, it's charging the main battery bank as well. So there you go, that's sort of a little look into what my day is like. Hope that's interesting. Bye for now.